संतोषयता सन्तो श्रीलरूप सनातनो दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्याथ पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. So Hare Krishna. Let us finish this anuccheda. We all little bit. I'll increase my speed now because 15 and we have another 30 anucchedas. Every day 2 anucchedas should finish. Then we'll reach the target. So we were discussing yesterday Yatsya Sarvatra Sarvada. What is obtained in all the places and in also all the times and directly and indirectly. First of all, what is obtained all the places, all the times. So that we are discussing. All the places means we are considering first of all what? Scriptures. That means in the all the scriptures. So what is available actually? Or otherwise all the scriptures are concluding in what? Huh? Bhakti. And in all agents, in all the doers, all kinds of doers, what is available? Or otherwise by the, all the user, all the doers, what can be done? That is Bhakti. In all the places that we are going to see. Sarvatra means who are considering Shastra, Kartru, Vesha, Karana. Karana or Karana? Karana. Dravya. Yeah. This we have done. This also is done. And all the places, what is available, that we have to see. In all the places, Sarveshu, Bhuvaneshu. Bhuvana means in all Brahmandas. Sarveshu Varsheshu. Bhuvanam. Sarveshu Varsheshu. In all Varshas. Brahmanda. In all Brahmandas. Inside of all these and outside. Inside and outside. Outside and inside of all these. is what is possible? Bhagavad Upasana. Worship of Lord. Like this, that means worship of Lord is possible in all the bhuvanas, all the varshas, all the brahmandas. That means all the bhuvana means all the planetary systems. All the varshas means, in 9 varshas, and also in every dvipa there are so many varshas are there. That in that varshas. Brahmanda means the entire Brahmanda. So everywhere bhakti is available. To prove this, there are there in Srimad Bhagavatam. There are so many. So this Bhagavatam in other Puranas, it is famous. What is that? Bhakti is famous. In all these places, Bhakti is famous. Famous of worshipping Lord. That means Bhakti. Bhakti is famous. So in all these places, so we can see those things in Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures. So here the examples are not given, but Srila Jiva Goswami is saying it is. Next what? Sarveshu Karaneshu. By all the senses, what is possible? Bhakti. Manasa Manasenopacarena Paricharya Harim Muda Pare Vang Manasagamyam Tam Sakshat Prapedire. Pratipedire. So Manasena Upacharena Paricharya Harim Muda Pare Vang Manasagamyam Tam Sakshat Pratipedire. So worship Harim Paricharya. Muda Harim Paricharya. So Vang Manasa Gamyam Tam Sakshat Pratipedire. So all they surrender to him. So who is Pare Avang Manasa Gamyam. So Lord is attainable, is perceivable by speech, mind, and so on. Vang Manasa Gamyam Tam Sakshat Prapedire. So they surrender to him. Manasa Upacharena Paricharya. So after worshipping him through the mind. Okay. So here Evam Bhuta Vachanehi Astu Tavad Bahirindriyena Manasa Vachasapi Tat Siddhihi Prasiddhihi. So in this sloka we are seeing Manasena Paricharyena Manasena Upacharena Paricharya. So we are seeing that worshipping of Hari is done through mind. So if worship of Lord is done by the mind, then what to speak of doing the worship of the Lord by the external senses? Bahirendriyana. It's possible only. And also if mind, it is possible by the mind, then Vachasa api tat siddhihi prasiddhiheva. That means by the words also it can be so possible only. So this is famous. This is The Tat Siddhi means performing the Lord's worship through the words is possible and is famous. Okay. That means it is done by the mind, and now what to speak of the doing the paricharya through the external senses? It can be done, and even by the vachasa. Next, so like this, we are seeing that bhakti can be done by all the senses. So you can open the Bhanu Maharaj translation is there, either that book or because now I am going very quickly, so I am not able to translate that speed. I am not able to pick up. So let us see, some time later I will give. If I get some teachers, I get free time, then I can translate. So next, sarvadravyeshu yatha. Bhakti is obtained in all the substances, all the subject matters or substances. So you see, that means bhakti can be done by all kinds of the materials or ingredients. Patram pushpam palam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktipahrutam asnami prayatatmana. So patram pushpam palam toyam. So yo me bhaktya prayachati. Whoever is offering with devotion, what? Patram pushpam phalam toyam, and that means leaves, flowers, fruits, and water. So tad aham, that whatever they offered, that aham, I, bhaktya, that means with love, upahrutam, that means whatever offered with love, asnami, I eat. मैं भूख लगाता हूं, that means I eat it. So Lord is saying that means all these kinds of the substances are suitable to do bhakti. So what is suitable by all the kinds of materials? That is bhakti. Next, sarva kriyasu yatha. By all the kinds of the activities, what is possible? That is bhakti. Yat karoshi yadasnasi yajjuhoshi dadasi yat yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. So Krishna is asking Arjuna, hey Arjuna, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you sacrifice, perform sacrifice, whatever you donate, whatever you austerity do, everything you offer to me. That means all the activities can be offered to the Lord. That means they are all suitable for bhakti. Bhakti is possible by all the kinds of the activities. Bhakti is obtained by all the kinds of activities. Evam bhaktya abhaseshu bhaktya abhasa aparadeshu api. 11 to 12 is not there here. Oh, is missing. Sarva kriyasu Sruto nupatito dhyata adruto vanumodita sadya punati saddharmo deva vishwadruhopihi. Srutaha anupatitaha dhyataha adrutaha va anumoditaha sadya saddharmaha punati tesha vishwadruhopi. So srutaha anupatitaha dhyataha adrutaha. So if anyone hear about the Lord, anupatitaha or otherwise, so chant, dhyataha, if anyone meditate, adrutaha, if anyone respect the Lord, anumoditaha, if anyone love the Lord, or so like the anumoditaha, that means whoever is follow the instructions of the Lord. So saha, that person, so sadhya punati, he will be purified immediately. So that person will be purified. Desha vidvadruhopi, vishwadruhopi, even he is the offender towards the deva, that means to the demigods, even he is the offender to the all the universe, but still he is purified. So that means by hearing, by chanting, by meditating, by respecting, by following instructions in these all these activities, if anyone does any one of these activities, he will be immediately purified by the Lord. So even he is a very degraded person. That means what? Hearing, chanting, all these activities are that means they are all devotional activities. They are all so engaged, all the activities. Hearing activity also can be engaged in the service. So that is our target. Sarva kriyasu. Bhakti is obtained by all the kriyas. That is our target we should prove. So that means hearing activity can be engaged in the service. Yes, you can hear the Lord's names. Then that hearing will be purify you. If you reading activity or the chanting activity can be so engaged in the service of the Lord, yes. Bhakti can be done with that, yes. If you chant the holy names, yes, like that. Okay, already we have seen. Next we go to bhakti abhaseshu, bhakti abhasa aparadeshu api. Even some people do activities which are not really bhakti, but they are emblem of the bhakti. They looks like bhakti but not bhakti. So even those activities also considered as bhakti. So that means example that Ajamila case, in the Ajamila case and also rat case, you take these two. In the case of Ajamila, what happened? So Ajamila case, he called his son's name Narayana. This calling Narayana name is not the intended for the Lord. His intention is, Ajamila's intention is calling his son. But this activity is abhasa. It is not directly devotional activity because he wants to call his son. That is the main meaning of that sentence, not be pleasing the Lord. So that's why it is abhasa, bhakti abhasa. But still, by that calling also, the Vishnudutas came there. So that means bhakti abhasa, the activities which resembles like bhakti, are the activities which are semblance of the bhakti. Those also are becoming devotion. Or those are also pleasing the Lord. Those are also pleasing the Lord. Like example, rat. Rat is not having any intention of offering the lamp, but that wig is stuck in his mouth, and then it is dancing in front of it. It's just jumping to take it out, wig, which is stuck in his teeth. But still, that activity is considered as bhakti. And it is semblance of bhakti, but it also gave the result like how the real bhakti gives. These are the various drishtantas we are seeing in various places. Those activities, so are semblance of the bhakti, are also giving the result of. That means semblance of the bhakti is also having that much. Bhakti abhasa is also giving you that kind of results. So in the case of rat, that rat became next life queen, and she performed bhakti and went back to her Godhead. So that kind of result it is giving. Then what to speak of doing the direct activities? Indirect activities are the duplicate activities. Semblance means otherwise duplicate. Those also are giving the result. Next, sarveshu karyeshu. So karya means all the processes. All the process meant for pleasing the Lord only. You see that Yasya smritya cha namoktya tapo yajna kriyadishu nyunam sampurnatam yati sadyo vande tamachyutam. Yasya smritya cha namoktya tapo yajna kriyadishu nyunam sampurnatam yati. So see, yajna, tapa, so and so, these are all activities are imperfect actually. There are some lacking. In general, they will be having the lacking. That means in the yajna also there is something missing will be there. Tapasya also, we may not be following the exactly rules. So in the tapasya also there is maybe lacking. All that lacking will be going out just by chanting the holy names or otherwise just by remembering the Lord. Then they will become perfect. That yajna, tapa, so all those kriya, all those activities. Yati sadyo, nuram sampurnatam yati. So that is Achyuta actually. And to that Achyuta, so I pay my obeisances. So that is from this sloka what we are understanding. So all these yajna and so, they are getting the perfection. They are becoming complete by the bhakti only. So that means in bhakti is there in all the kriyas, all the karyas, sorry, all the karyas. If bhakti is not there, that karya will not give result. That yajna will not give result. That tapas will not give result. Because there is some defect will be there in that. That defect will be going out by the bhakti only. So that's why without bhakti, so no activity is there. Even if you do karma kanda also, they use the holy names, nama. Otherwise, karma also will not give any result. So that means what? All the process are including the bhakti. Bhakti is there in all the process. Next, sarva phaleshu. Bhakti gives all the varieties of the results. That is the point. That means behind all kinds of results, so bhakti can be there. Bhakti is able to produce all the kinds of the results. That is said. Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udharadi. Yogena hita purusham param. So Sukadeva Goswami is saying, so not Sukadeva Goswami, Sukadeva Goswami. Akama sarva kama va moksha kama. हे परीक्षित, यदि आपको कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए, if you want only the devotion, pure devotional service, or all the desires whatever mentioned above, or otherwise liberation, in all the cases, so what you should do? You should do the Tivra Bhakti. So that means Tivra Bhakti can give anything, whatever you want. And यथा तरोर्मूल निषेचने इत्यादि वाक्येन हरिपरिचर्यां क्रियमाणायां सर्वेषाम् अन्येषामपि देवादीनाम् उपासना स्वतः एव सिद्ध्यति इत्यतः सार्वत्रिकता. So you see, yatha tarormoola nishechanena, what is saying? If you pour a water on the root of the tree, it is nourishing the branches, leaves, twigs and everything. Same way, if you worship the Lord Krishna, then it is going to satisfy all the demigods. So that means what? Bhakti, that means service to the Hari, is achieving the worshipping of all the demigods and everyone's worship. So that's why you can understand that Bhakti is all pervasive. Ataha api sarvatrikata. Which one? Yes, 431:14. In all results it is there. Yes, and also in Brahadnaradiya Purana, Brahmanara Samvade, you can see. Archite deva deveshe shankha chakra gadadhare architaha sarva deva suryata sarvagato hari. If you worship Deva Deva, that is Narayana, who is holding the Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and if you worship him, it is equal to the worshipping of all the Devatas. All the Devatas, worshipping of all Devatas is already over. So Sarvagata Hari. Evam yo bhaktim karoti. That means what? Worshipping of the Hari, bhakti to Hari is automatically achieving the worshipping of all the Devatas. So, in this way, evam yo bhaktim karoti, yad ghavadikam bhagavate diyate, yena dvara bhutena bhakti kriyate, yasmai Sri Bhagavat Prernardam diyate, yasmad gavadikam payadika adikam adhaya bhagavate nivedyate, yasmin deshadau kula va kaschid bhakti anutishtati tesham api krutardatvam puraneshu drishyate. So, see, whoever is doing bhakti, definitely he will be getting the result of the bhakti. Whoever yad gavadikam bhagavate diyati. If you give cows to Lord, if you give cows to the Lord, that cow is also getting the result of the bhakti. If you give a cow to us, okay, then that cow also will become successful in his life. Okay, Brahman. So that cow, since it is offered to the Lord, it is also becoming successful. Okay. If you give that cow, yena dhara bhutena bhakti kriyate. So example, you are coming in an auto to come to, you are coming in an auto to Radha Gopal temple. You are coming in an auto to a temple, then that auto driver also is getting the result of bhakti. No need to give money. So that means, and also, yasmai Sri Bhagavat Prernardam diyate. If you give Lord's prasadam to someone, so he is also getting the results of bhakti. Next, yasmad gavadikat payadikam adhaya bhagavate nivedyate. From which cow you bring out the milk and you offer that milk to the Lord, that cow is also getting the results of bhakti. They also get sukriti. Yasmin deshadau kuleva kaschid bhakti anushtishtate. If in anyone's family one does bhakti, that whole dynasty is ablated. They also get the results of bhakti. So that means what? All Prathama, Ditiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Saptami, all Karakas are getting the bhakti or not? Who are doing bhakti? That means Prathama, Karta. Yaha karoti, saha bhaktim prapoti eva. Whoever is doing bhakti, he will be getting definitely bhakti or results of the bhakti. So, Ditiya. So, if you give a cow, if you donate a cow, that means gam dadati. Bhagavate gam dadati. Someone giving cow, gam, that means Ditiya. Gam dadati. If you give cow to the Lord, then that cow is also getting Ditiya. Gam means Ditiya Vibhakti. That cow is getting the benefit or not? Is becoming Sukriti or not? Next, Tritiya. So auto driver is bringing Chalakena. So by the auto driver you came to tu, or by the auto driver you came to temple. Auto driver is also getting the bhakti. But auto is a material, is not a is a chetana padartha. But the person who brought, he will get. Auto jada padartha na, what he will get. So dwara bhutena bhakti krit. Yes, may. So if for someone, yes, may Sri Bhagavat Priyanardam diyate. Results of the, that means they will also get bhakti.
He perfect his life, is goes back home back to garden. Other is helping to do bhakti. He may get bhakti and mukha sukriti. Not he will also that's immediately go back home back to garden. It will take time to perform his bhakti, to perfect his life. That means na, just like somebody gets liberated, your whole family got liberated. That means he has gone back home back to garden, but because his the other family members, they will get opportunity to do bhakti. And they would certain they will also go. That is the meaning, no? That is the meaning of liberation. Or
they also get sukriti so that their bhakti is started.
Yeah, that is one should have considered. No?
Yes. Like that Panchami, you are bringing the milk from that cow and offering to the Lord that milk. That cow is also getting. Panchami, that means Gavat. Brahmanaya Godanam. Even Brahmana, not Brahmanaya Godanam nasti. Brahmanaya Prasadam dadati. Then Brahman also will get the yes, Bhakti Sukriti. Okay, Yasmin. Yasmin means in which place residing and you are doing Bhakti, that place, whoever is staying in that place, they are also getting the Sukriti. Like Radha Golf, you are all doing the Bhakti. So they are also getting the Sukriti by seeing the Vaishnavas. This is also Bhakti Sukriti only. It is also devotion. They are all getting the Teshamapi Krutardatvam. They are all getting the Sukriti of the Bhakti, and their life will become successful. Definitely. Why not? Huh? So, evam sarvatrikatvam sadhitam. That means bhakti is in this way all pervasive. Everywhere it is there. Next. Okay. Sada tanatvamaha sarvada iti. Till now we have seen sarvatra. These are all cases for the sarvatra. That means bhakti is there in all places. Bhakti is obtained in all places. That is over. Now sada bhakti kriyate. All the times bhakti is possible. That we have to see. That means beginning of the creation, middle of the creation, ending of the creation, everywhere bhakti is, every time bhakti is there. That you should establish. So for example, beginning of creation, bhakti is there. How can you say? Kalena nashta pralaye vaniyam veda sangita. So Uddhava, to Uddhava, Krishna is saying, what is saying? This great knowledge is finished by the due course of the time, and in the pralaya, actually, in the pralaya, vaniyam veda sangita. Then, so I am telling back this at the beginning of creation. Yes? Bhakti is there in the beginning of the creation. This already we have seen this sentence previously. And anyway, Sarga Madhye is Bhakti is there. Like you see now, this creation is Sarga Madhya. We are in the middle of the creation or not? You are all doing Bhakti. It's there. like that ending also. So next, second, Chaturvida pralayeshu api. In all the pralayas, bhakti is there. Sarga it is there. Madhya anyway we are all example. It is there. And pralaya in four kinds of pralaya it is there. Example is 3737. Tatrevam ka upaseran kavu svidanu sherate iti vidura prashne. Tatra imam ka upaseran kavu svidanu sherate. So see 3737. Full sloka is not there. That's okay. Leave it. So BBD translation. Please describe how many dissolutions there are for the elements of material nature and who survives after the dissolution to serve the Lord while he is asleep. So here we are seeing here Vidura is asking, lagao. So Tatrivam ka upasiran kavu svidanu sherate. Iti Vidura Prashna. Vidura is asking a question in 3737. What is that? Please describe how many dissolutions there are for the elements of material nature and who survives after the dissolution to serve the Lord while he is asleep. So what he is asking, after dissolution, who is going to serve the Lord? That means what? They are still existing in the period of the dissolution or not? His question is asking how many kinds of the dissolutions are there. And after that he is asking, so who is serving after this dissolution? That means that person is traveling dissolution or not? So bhakti is there or not in the while of the dissolution? This is a proof. Next, Sarveshu Yugeshu, in all yugas bhakti is there. Krute yadhyayato Vishnum Tretayam Jajato Makai Dvapare Paricharya. In Krita Yuga, so Lord is worshipped through the meditation. In Treta Yuga, Lord is worshipped by Yagyas. In Dwapara Yuga, Lord is worshipped by deity worship. And in Kali Yuga, Lord is worshipped by Sankirtan. So Lord's worship is there in all yugas. Kim bahuna, what to speak else? Sahanistan mahachidram samoha sacha vibrama yanmurtam kshanam va. So, what to speak else? Even any moment, even every moment, bhakti is recommended actually. Every moment one should do bhakti. If anyone spend a fraction of second without bhakti, so that is in the time of period of time, that is loss actually. Mahachidram. And that is just you are bewildered in that time. You are completely illusioned in that time. Okay? That means every minute, so he is meant for bhakti. Next, sarvavasthasu api. Even in all the stages of life, bhakti is there. So example, bhakti for who did bhakti in the womb? Who did bhakti in the womb of the mother? Prahlad. What kind of bhakti he did? Shravanam. Shravana Rupa bhakti he did. Who did bhakti in childhood? You tell your name. You already childhood you are doing, na? Meghavarna. We should write your name here. Meghavarna Das. So Balya, who did? Dhruva Maharaj, Dhruva and Prahlad. So who did bhakti in engage youth? Ambarish Maharaj, and so on. So, you. Huh? Okay. Yeah. So who did in the old age bhakti? You tell me. Tadraj. Who did at the time of death bhakti? Bharat Maharaj. Who is that? Ajamil. Ajamil. Even बच्चे छोटा भरत बोल सकता है. Who did in the Swarga after leaving the body Swarga? Who is doing? Who did bhakti? Huh? Chitraketu Maharaj. Who did bhakti in Naraka? Bali Maharaj and so. Yata yata harer nama kirtayanti sma naraka tata. जैसा जैसा यथा यथा हरेर नाम कीर्तयन्ति स्म नारकाः. People in hell, so if they do bhakti, then as so if not hearing the holy name, chanting the holy name, so immediately they are going back to the spiritual world. Divam means you can take as Swarga or otherwise spiritual world. Immediately. Yes, Ramcharan Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji, like one small question. So when we say that all these examples are given, like Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Ajamil, Dhritarashtra. So when we say bhakti means like is any level of bhakti or just like pure bhakti, because like bhakti is being performed by
any level of bhakti.
Any level of bhakti. Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
क्या जोर से बोलो जो भी बोल रहे हैं. ओके. इति श्री नृसिंह पुराणात अतएव दूर्वासा. Even in the Nrsimha Purana, so we can see Durvasa. By Durvasa it is said. Previous is said by the Durvasa Muni. It is Nrsimha Purana. So it is from Nrsimha. Sorry. Atmavuktam Durvasa. Durvasa is saying like this. Muchyate yannamnya nudite narakopi. Wherein, so Ambarish Maharaj's case, in that past time, Durvasa was chased by the Sudarshan Bhagavan. At that time, so he approached to the Vishnu and he is saying, so he is glorifying Vishnu to get help. He is saying what? Oh my dear Vishnu, your names are so glorious. Even the people who are in the hell, they chant your holy names, they will be so immediately liberated. That means bhakti is possible in Naraka also. Etanirmidyamananam icchatam bhayam yogya. What he said, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, Yetan nirvidyamananam. So nirvidyamananam means who are completely detached. And ichchatam akuto bhayam. And so whoever is desiring nirvidyamananam ichchatam akuto bhayam, who are desiring the fearless state, and by them for them what is decided? For them what is decided? Harer nama anuccheda. So chanting the holy names of the Lord is recommended for them. So who are already detached, for them also bhakti is recommended. Bhakti is recommended to even to the liberated people. That is the point here. Bhakti is done by the liberated people. Liberated stage. Otherwise, you can take here. Avastha you should take. Na? Even in the liberated stage also, bhakti is done. In the childhood, in the all the yugas, and in the all the before starting, ending of the millennium, everywhere, every time is bhakti is possible. Atha tatra tatra vyatirekodaharanani cha kriyante darshayante. You will be also getting the various opposite examples. Opposite examples means, so you see, for kim vedaihi kim shastrairva kim va nishevanaih Vishnu bhakti vihinana kim tapo kim advarai kim tasya bahubhishastrai kim tapo kim advarai vajapardhana. What is use of Vedas? What is use of Shastras? What is use of Punya Tirthas? What is use of austerities if they are all devoid of bhakti? Some people who are not having the bhakti, but they are studying Vedas or Shastras, and for them, is there any use of Vedas? Whoever is devoid of the bhakti, if you don't do bhakti, if you read the Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, no use. Vyakarana, no use. Vishnu bhakti hinanam. Without bhakti, not doing bhakti and simply studying the Shastras, what is use of that? Simply useless. Sramayevahi kevalam. He said, I am not saying. Vishnu bhakti hinanam, that means people who are completely devoid of the bhakti, for them, kim shastraihi, what is the use of shastra for them? Kim vedaihi. Kim tasya bahubhishastrai, kim tapobhih kim advarai, Vajapeya sahasraiva bhaktiresya janardane. If you have bhakti, is there any need of Shastra study? No need. Do you need to follow any austerities? No need. Do you need to do any Vajapeya yajnas? No need. If you have bhakti, all are useless. And you are not having the bhakti and you are doing everything, no use. So both ways it is said. Without bhakti, doing all this is no use, and having bhakti, those are all not necessary. कैसा लगा? इति बृहन्नारदीय पद्मा वचनादीनि. These are all from the Bृहन्नारदीय Purana. Next. So we are studying from the second canto, 4th chapter, 17th, 5th canto, 19th chapter, 23, 10th canto, 56th chapter, 41. 59th chapter, 41. These are all where the places. That means Vyatireka Mukhena. Without bhakti, all these are all useless. Is said. And here once again we are saying, Tapasvino dana parayashasvino manasvino mantra vidassu mangala kshemam na vindanti vinaya darpanam tasmai subhadrasya vasu namo nama. So Sukadeva Goswami is saying, Tapasvino dana parayasasvino manasvino mantra vidassu mangala. They are well performing tapasya and they are fully dedicated for the giving the charity. They are full famous. They are fully manas mantra vidah. They are knowers of the mantras. Sumangalaha. They are all auspicious. But kshemam navindati yadharpanam tasmai suvadrase. If they are not offering all those to the Lord, those activities, they will not get any auspiciousness from that. He is giving charity. but he's not offering that to the that action to the Lord. Then no auspiciousness is going to get. Some punya will get, go to Sarga and once again hell. Same here. But if you offer that activity to the Lord, then you will be getting. Yeah. Nayatra Vaikunta Katha Sudhapaga. Nayatra Vaikunta Katha Sudhapaga. Nasadavo Bhagavatas Tadaschaya. Nayatra Yajnesha Makha Mahotsava. Suresha Lokopi Navaisa Sevyatam. Yatra Vaikunta Katha Sudapagaha Na Sadavaha Bhagavat. In that place, in which place there is no flow of rivers of Bhagavat Katha. Vaikunta Katha Sudhapagaha. There is no flow of the nectar of the Lord's Katha. And if that place, no, in that place, if there are no sadhus, and in that place, if there is no worship of the, there is no festivals done for the Supreme Lord, Suresha Lokopina, and even that place is belonging to the demigods. That place is not place, that is not a place to stay. Na sevyatam. You should not stay there. If you should not stay in that place where there is no Bhagavad Katha is going on, where there is no worship of the Vishnu, where there is no festivals for Vishnu, in that place, you should not stay. These are all Vyatireka Mukha we are seeing. Vyatireka. Yada cha anamya kirita kotibhi padau sprushanyachyutamartha sadhanam siddharthayetena vigruhyate man aho suranam cha tamodigadhyatam. So that means in the three slokas what we are seeing, in the first sloka we are seeing all these mantra, tapa, dana, everything, if they are not offered to the Lord, they are all useless. And second thing we are seeing, even the demigod's place, if in that place there is no Vasudeva Katha is flowing on, and if there is no worship of the Lord, that place is not a right place to stay. And now here we are seeing this Indra. Indra, what he is doing? Yathacha anamya kirita kotebhi padau. Indra, to save himself, he was bowing down in front of the Supreme Lord, and he is touching his crown to the lotus feet of the Lord, to make his life safe, to get benefit from, to escape from the anger of the Lord. Then after that, immediately he started fighting with the Lord. Parijata tree. In the Govardhan Leela, there at that time he was saying, my dear Supreme Lord, you are the greatest of great, and I am completely surrendering. Like that, everything he said. And then, so what happened after that Parijata? So Lord went there and is bringing, then he started fighting with him too. So why Lord is taking Parijata from the Swarga? So this is the mentality. So what? Suranam Chatamo Dighadyatam. This is the ignorance actually of the demigods. Even these demigods are full of ignorance. Srimad Bhagavata. In the Srimad Bhagavatam also we are seeing 3rd canto 29th 13th chapter 13th Salokya Sarishti Sarupya. So this, even devotees, they don't like to have Salokya, Sarishti and Samipya. So bhakti is so desirable. Even devotees, they don't like to have this alokya samipya sarishti. That means what we are seeing in all these these slokas. So we are seeing that. So bhakti is sarvada, where everywhere is there. Nadhanam nataponeja. So naishkarmimapyachyuta bhavavarjitam natyantikam viganayantyapi. All these slokas, salokya sarishti samipya adhanam nataponeja naishkarmimapyachyuta bhavavarjitam natyantika viganayantyapi. All these slokas are so negatively establishing bhakti. Like you see, Kumaras are saying that in the 3rd canto, 15th chapter, you will be seeing to the Lord Vishnu is there. So glorifying Vishnu. Hey, my dear Vishnu, we don't want this moksha. Even in the Narada Muni is saying in the 1st canto, 5th chapter. So also Sutta Goswami in 12th chapter. Naishkaram Vipachita Bhavavarjitav. Without bhakti, this jnana is useless. And also, so in the Kapil Bhagavan is also saying, Salokya Sarishi Samipya are nothing in front of bhakti. From all these we are seeing bhakti, without bhakti, all these are useless. They are rejected actually. So, but in front of bhakti, everything is rejected. In this way, bhakti is established, is prescribed. So, Vetareka Mukhena, we are seeing this, some examples. Sarvada is already over actually. Sarvada is over at the so Narakiyatamapi there only. And after that we are seeing that so Vetirekena Tatra Tatra Vetireka Udaharanani cha Kiyanti Darshayante. Time is not time here. You're understanding? These simple Vetireka examples. These are simple Vetireka means so if you don't do bhakti, these are all no good auspicious thing. In that way it is established. So atha sarvatra sarvada yad upapadyate. So in the etavadeva jignasa in this sloka, in the Vishayavakya, we are searching for the thing which is obtainable everywhere and all the time. So that is same thing is same meaning with the same meaning. One more sloka is there. What is that? Tasma sarvatmana rajan hari sarvatra sarvada srotavya kirtitavya smartavyascha. Bhagavan Ranamachi. Sasnayascha ichchata bhayam. So here we are searching for the object which is everywhere and all the time existing. Sarvatra sarvada. So this is the object which is obtainable everywhere and all the time. So what is that we are seeing now? Through the tasmat tasma sarvatra sarvada. Tasma sarvatma narajan hari sarvatra sarvada. That means hari sarvatra sarvada. Srotavyaha kirtitavyascha. Srotavyaha. Hari is chanted and is heard. Hari is heard and Hari is chanted in all the time and all the places. All the places and all the time. So that means chanting of Hari is this point actually. Chanting of hearing about Hari and chanting the holy names of the Hari. This is the activity which is available sarvatra and sarvada. From this we are understanding. Sloka number is 2 to 36. So we are searching for that only, na? In the 2, 9, 30, huh? 2, 9, 36. 2, 9, 36 what? 2 to 36. 2 to 36, yes. With the reference of 2 to 36, we try to find the required thing in 2, 9, 36. Sarvatra sarvada is what? That is Harihi Shrotavya Kirtitavya. Why parrot is laughing? Pota? दांतों का माला बना के पहन लूंगा. టూ టు 36 ఎవరు చెప్తున్నారు ఏంటి? ఇది సుఖదేవ్ గోస్వామి. సో అన్వయ వ్యతిరేకాభ్యం. సో తస్మా సర్వత్ర తస్మా సర్వాత్మ ఇత్యాది. So I'm going a bit speed because we should finish this. And अन्वय व्यतिरेकाभ्याम सदा सर्वत्र यद उपपद्यते इति साकल्येपि. उसके पहले एक्चुअली अन्वय व्यतिरेकाभ्याम सदा यद उपपद्यते इत्यत्र यथा. In 2:36, we are seeing that tasmat sarvatmana sarvatra sarvada. Tasmat sarvatmana harihi sarvatra sarvada shrotavyaha. And so on so. Shrotavya kirtitavya. So from this 2 to 36, sarvatra sarvada, what is available? What should be done? Sarvatra sarvada Hari Bhakti. Okay, you got this. That means every time and all the places. All the places and in every time. That is Hari Bhakti established. Next, from the Padma Purana statement, what is that Padma Purana verse? Smartavya satatam Vishnur vismartavyo na. From Padma Purana. From Padma Purana, srotavya, smartavya. So, meaning we will remember. Smartavya something Vishnu. Vishnu has to be remembered all the time. Na vismartavyah jansi. He should not be forgotten any time. Sarve vidhi nishedaha. Sarve vidhi nishedaha. किमर्थमस्ति? स्युः तयोः एव किङ्कराः. स्युः स्युर् एतयोर् एव किङ्कराः. That means vidhi. So Hari has to be remembered always, not be forgotten anytime. So these are the two things. This 1 and 2. To serve these two, all the vidhi nishedas are there. In Shastras, there are so many rules and regulations are there, rules and prohibitions. So those are all meant for what? Remembering Krishna and not forgetting Krishna. Okay, that means what? Vidhi means anvaya. Anvaya means what? Direct prescription is known as, that means telling something by showing the positive results, or prescribing something by showing the positive results. Nisheda means what? So prescribing the same thing by showing the negative results. So that's why in the Shastra, whatever do's and don'ts are there, that means you should do bhakti. He is prescribing bhakti only. And you should not forget doing the bhakti. That is also prescribing the bhakti only.
Yama and niyam also come within said like.
No, yama niyama is different.
Okay.
And here vidhi nisheda.
Yama doesn't come. One should do it, one should not do it. Yama
is controlling something, niyama is more than that. Yama means okay.
Niyam means one should do.
Do's and yama means don'ts. You can take. Yeah. So here, so that means we are searching for the in this sloka what? Anvaya Vyatireka Abhyam. So what is Anvaya's prescription? Do's should be done. Anvaya means should be done. Anvaya. And Vyatireka means Vidhimukhena. Anvaya means Vidhimukhena. Vyatireka means Nishedhamukhena. One should remember Krishna, should not forget Krishna. Should not forget Krishna means that is Vyatireka Mukha. Should remember Krishna means is the Anvaya Mukha. So okay. To serve these two only, all the vidhis and nishedas are there. That means in Shastras, whatever anvayas are there, anvaya means vidhis and nishedas. That means don'ts. All these are meant for what? To serve the two things. What is that? So remembering Krishna, not forgetting Krishna. For serving these two only, all the vidhis in the Shastras and Nishedas are there. That means from this what you should understand, by the vidhimukena, that means as a prescription, what is all the vidhis and all the Shastras are leading to maintain this. That means vidhi, that means remembering Krishna and not forgetting Krishna. And all the nishedas are in the Shastra are meant for remembering Krishna and not forgetting Krishna. That means from this we are understanding. So through the vidhi rupana, that means in the form of prescription, what is prescribed? Hari Bhakti. This both together is known as Hari Bhakti. Yes. Remembering Krishna and not forgetting Krishna is nothing but Hari Bhakti. To serve Hari Bhakti only, all the rules of the Shastra are there. All the don'ts, all the do's of the Shastra are there for Hari Bhakti. All the don'ts of the Shastras are there for Hari Bhakti. That means through Anvaya Mukha, through Anvaya, what is prescribed? Hari Bhakti. Through Vyatireka also, what is prescribed? Hari Bhakti. So the point is what? According to the Padma Purana, so all the niyamas of the Shastra is meant for Hari Bhakti. All the prohibitions of the Shastras are there to serve the Hari Bhakti. So that's why from this we are understanding that everywhere and all the time what is possible? Hari Bhakti. So everywhere and all the time what should be done? Hari Bhakti. And Anvaya and Vyatireka rules of the all the Shastras are meant for what? Hari Bhakti. Here Sarvatra Sarvada is covered. Here Anvaya Vyatireka is covered. Now you will be both one place at both. What is that? That is Nahyatonya Shiva Panta. So you will be going to the second canto, second chapter, 33, and from this to second canto, second chapter, 36. You see this portion. This is beginning, this is ending. You take these two statements, beginning and ending statements. What the beginning statement is saying? Nahyatonyah Shiva Panta. This is the Upakrama, and Upasamhara is Tasva Sarvatma Narajan Hari Sarvatra Sarvada Srotavyah Kirtitavyascha Smartavyo Bhagavan Runam. Here in this section, Anvaya Vyatireka Sarvatra Sadava. So what is available everywhere and all the time, and positively and negatively prescribed thing? What is that? What is that thing which is everywhere and all the time positively and negatively described? From this section, that is nothing but Hari Bhakti. How it is, you see now. What is the first sloka is saying? 2 to 33. 2 to 33 is saying Nahyatonyah Shiva Panta. What is the meaning of this? There is no auspicious, other auspicious path than the bhakti to the Lord. Okay? That is the first sloka is saying, Upakrama. And Upasamhara, what it is saying? Tasmat. Yeah, 292 is fulfilled. And, yeah, and also we are showing both at one place. What 2 to 33 is saying? Nahi atah anyah Shiva Panta. There is no other auspicious path. Nahi atah anyah Shiva Panta Vishatah Samsrutaviha Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Yato Bhav. By which bhakti comes in the Lord. Bhakti means you should take here Vasudeva Kataruchi. So then that means by which the taste for the Bhagavan comes. So then that there is no other auspicious path. Here what kind of bhakti is said? Not Prem Bhakti. Karma Mishra Bhakti. Okay. There is no other auspicious path. which brings Katharuchi in Vasudeva. Okay? There is no other dharma or other path which brings Katharuchi in Vasudeva. Okay? That is also just doing the offering the results of the karma to the Lord. That means doing the karma for the satisfaction of the Lord. That is the thing. That means all the activities, that means anything which is going to bring the katha, shraddha, anything which is going to bring the Vasudeva Katha Ruchi, so that is only the auspicious. Other than that, everything is inauspicious. He said that in the first line. In the second line, what he is saying, Brahmaji verified all the Vedas and concluded bhakti. So bhakti is the ultimate. So that means by which rati comes in the Lord, that is the ultimate. He said there that. And next, Bhagavan Sarva Bhuteshu Lakshitaha Swatmana Harihi Drishyaihi Buddhyadibihi Drashta Lakshanaihi Anumapakaihi. So third sloka meaning is what? Bhagavan Sarva Bhuteshu Lakshita. So who is targeted in every living entity? Bhagavan. By Drishyaihi Buddhyadibihi. What you have to see in every living entity? Bhagavan. Okay. So therefore finally he is saying what? One should do Hari Bhakti Sarvatra Sarvada. So this whole set is bringing Anvaya Vitreka and also Sarvatra Sarvada. See in the last sloka what is said? Sarvatra Sarvada Harihi Srotavyaha Kirtitavyasya. Okay. In these four slokas, 33, 34, 35, 36, last sloka is saying Sarvatra Sarvada Hari Bhakti you should do. And 33 is saying that no other auspicious path. Vitreka actually saying that. So Vitreka is said. That means anything which is not going to bring the bhakti in the Lord, that is inauspicious. That means it is a Vitreka. Yes. And Brahmaji, what he is saying? So after verifying all the Vedas, finally he concludes that bhakti only should be done. That is Anvaya. And this 36 is saying, so Sarvatra Sarvada. So that means this whole chunk is saying the Anvaya Vitreka Sarvatra Sarvada. Oh, not one sloka. Who said one sloka? This chunk actually. See section 2 to 33 to 2 to 36. At one place. One place means not means one sloka, but yeah, chain. Okay. Nunam Jivanam iti Nugatim Vivacha Kavayaha itivat. Yaduduktam Bhavati. That karma tat sannyasa bhoga sharir praptyavadi yogaha siddhyavadi sankyam atma gnanavadi gnanam mokshavadi tata tada tattadu yogyatadikani cha sarvani evam bhuteshu karmadishu shastra adi vyabicharita gneya haribhaktestu anvaya vyatirekabyam rahasyangatvena gnana roopardhantarachannataiva idam uktam iti. One more point. Another 10 minutes I will finish this. What's being said here? So karma is done till what? Till the sannyasa. After getting sannyasa, karma is finished, is left out. What is end limit? Yoga is done till you get the siddhi. After getting siddhi, yoga is out. Sankhya philosophy is practiced till what? Till you get the atma gnanam, knowledge about the soul. After that, it is left out. And what about the gnanam? Gnanam is practiced till you get the moksha. After moksha, it is over. Nobody is going to practice. So all these karma, yoga, sankhya, gnanam, all these are having the limitation. And also, not everyone is doing everything. Karma is done by the only so people who are having the attachment for the results, material enjoyment. And yoga is done by the yogis. Sankhya is done by the others, and gnanam is practiced by the jnanis. So karmi cannot do the gnanam. So they are also demanding some qualification. Karma, yoga, sankhya, gnana are demanding the qualification for the doers. And also they are ending at certain amount of at a certain stage. They are stopped. So these karma and yoga, sankhya and gnanam, they are all not sarvatra sarvada. Are they available everywhere and all the time? No. Karma is not done by the little boy who is in the womb. He cannot do any karma. Can you do karma? No. And sarvatra is possible. Karma can be possible in the swarga? No. Naraka? No. That means karma, like that, yoga also. Yoga can be done by any little boy? No. So this way, this karma, yoga, sankhya, gnana is not available everywhere and also not all the places. And that's why in every shastra also, every shastra is prescribing karma. Can you say like that? All the shastras are prescribing yoga. Can you say? No. Only few shastras are prescribing the karma. Only few shastras are prescribing the yoga. Few shastras are prescribing the sankhya. But bhakti is prescribed by all the shastras because bhakti is the conclusion of all the shastras. So Vasudeva para vedaha. So that's why you cannot see the prescription of these things in all the shastras. Is one more point. So that's why finally what? That means we are seeing the reverse check. No one can be the anvaya vyatirekaabhyam sarvatra sarvada. Anyone can satisfy that condition. Anvaya vyatirekaabhyam sarvatra sarvada. Karma, yoga, sankhya, gnanam, can they satisfy that condition? No. Only bhakti can satisfy. Hari bhaktistu anvaya vyatirekaabhyam sada sarvatra tantan mahima bhakti pratipannatva adi vyabicharita agneya. Sorry. Tasatya sada sarvatra tantan mahima bhihi upapannatva tada bhutasya. So that's why. So who can be the anga for the rahasya? So we are finding tadangam na. So gnanam, vijnanam, rahasyam, tadangam. Who can be the tadangam? Only bhakti, not these dharma, karma, gnana, sankhya, gnana. These cannot become the anga of rahasyam. Okay. Ataha rahasyam gnana रूपार्धांतराच्छन्नतयेव idam uktam. So tadevam Sri Bhagavatam Sankshepena Upadam. So in this way also you can see, even so this Chatusloki Bhagavatam is heard by the Brahmaji, and that Brahmaji is telling to his son. Brahma also is telling to his son Narada. So this Chatusloki Bhagavatam heard by whom? Brahmaji heard, and he is telling to his son. What he is telling to his son? Hey, my dear son, You have to do this kind of sankalpa. You should do this kind of vow. What is that vow? So everyone will become devotee of the Lord. Take this vow and explain whatever I said to you. That means whatever the teachings he gave in the second canto, from the 5th chapter, 6th chapter, and 7th chapter, and 8th chapter, all these. So that's describing about the many things actually, yoga, sankhya, jnanam. Ultimately, the purpose of the teachings is what? Bhakti. Because Narada, you make the of the Lord, and then preach this message, whatever I taught to you. So that's why from this also you should understand, bhakti is only the, so bhavishyat avashyam bhavet iti evam prakaram, ee prakaram sankalpya nime nangi. That means bhakti should be spread everywhere. Take this vow and take this niyama and describe. So this knowledge whatever I said to you. So that means bhakti is only the angam of the rahasya, sadhana bhakti. Okay. Thank you very much. Any questions, comments? Online is only 3 students, on site 4 students. Great. Huh? Only 4. Once upon a time, there are 20 students. Now it became 4.
Actually, yesterday's and today's discussion, especially in Bhakti Sandrabha, we are finding that Bhakti is
prescribed.
Prescribed and
In positively and negatively, in all the places, everywhere.
And things that it's very easy. According to discussion, Bhakti is performing everybody, and it's not so difficult process. Everybody performing, everybody getting results also. Also in previous sections, also some other sections, there we are finding that actually bhakti should be done very carefully, otherwise there will be some aparadhas, and also means bhakti is not so easy. We have to be very careful.
Those difficulties, that means now we are philosophically seeing what is possible everywhere all the time, and also positively prescribed and also negatively it is prescribed. What is that? That is bhakti, we understood. But while doing that bhakti, what kind of problems, what kind of anarthas are possible, offenses, how to rectify, that will be seeing later.
Is it in the beginning stage that
that is perfect bhakti one may not do, but so bhakti is doing, but some offenses also may happen. That's not a problem. But bhakti is doing or not, that is a point.
Can you say that this is bhakti if that is not?
That is also bhakti only. Now one person is doing bhakti, I understood your question. One person is doing bhakti and also doing the offenses. Whether we should consider him as a devotee or not? Devotee only. Apiche suduracharo pajate ma mananya bhag sadureva samantavyaha. So that means you cannot say that he is doing some offenses, that's why he is not devotee. No, he is devotee only, but offenses also happening. But bhakti is there or not? That is the point now. You cannot say that. We are not saying that the perfect devotee which is not, who is not doing the any offense, that is not we are establishing. Bhakti is there or not, that's all. Yeah. So then what is the problem?
Is there only that bhakti is we are establishing, or we are finding that bhakti is so available everywhere,
Yes.
and everybody is actually
Yes.
can utilize that things, but
Everybody everywhere can do perfect bhakti.
But my question was that after doing the time of performing bhakti, we are facing some problems that bhakti should be done in that way. We should not do this kind of mistakes. So then we are finding some.
There are so many conditions,
difficulties.
pros and cons. That means there are so many precautions are there.
So
Yeah.
is that the higher level of means the pure bhakti is?
No, everywhere it is possible. Even in the hell also it is possible. But point is, you should protect that bhakti lata. But the chance of doing bhakti is everywhere. That is the point mainly. How nicely you are doing, that is up to you. That is the next point. But that bhakti is possible or not, that is the point actually. That much only we are discussing. What is the problem? Yes. Okay, thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki. Sajdev Prabhu, yes. Sajdev Prabhu.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, one small point about bhakti in hell, that is Bali Maharaj. How
Yeah.
would that affect the persons? How would that affect the souls in the hellish planets?
If anyone does the bhakti in the hellish planets, that means Bali Maharaj is doing bhakti and how it affects. So, anyone who is participating, hearing his holy name and is seeing his face, they are also getting the sukriti of the bhakti in the next life. So they will be, or otherwise immediately also their sin is removed and they will be delivered from that naraka.
So they will be out of the hellish planets, you mean?
Yes.
And you said that next life. So what do you mean by definition of next life for a person in hellish planet? Is there an age limit there or something like that?
If there is anarthas are there, then they will be not able to destroy their sin, because anarthas will be stopped the getting the influence of the bhakti. But if someone is not having any anarthas, any offenses, then immediately one time hearing will destroy all the sin and immediately they will be delivered. That's the difference.
Okay, so all degrees are there. There are also different degrees of levels of honor.
Each of the offenses will affect the influence of getting the bhakti.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah. Manusham Sudurlabham. Yeah, it is, see, it is, we are not saying that only human form of life there. So, being a human being, you can do easily bhakti. Manusham, Durlabham Manusha Janma, he is saying what? Because it is a great chance is there doing bhakti in the human form of life. It doesn't mean that in other species bhakti is not possible, no. You're understanding? The great chance is there. Now you see their flies are touching the Lord's lotus feet. Their flies are circumambulating the Lord. They are all getting the bhakti. They are getting the bhakti. But not that all the flies, they have this kind of chance. But human beings, they have a good chance than the other species. In that way it is said. Compared to devatas and the animals, human beings are having more chance. Because if devatas are affected by the enjoyment, that's other lower species they are always in the ignorance actually. This is one or two cases I am saying. But what is the maximum possibility? That's why now we took Chitraketu Maharaj and said, it's not that all the Sargavasis are doing bhakti. No. Okay. But what is possible, that I am saying. Everywhere is available thing is what? Bhakti only. Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.